Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the James and Sunda Show. We are bringing you this season as much of it as we can from Las Vegas.
And I'm exhausted. I'm lost in Vegas. I'm lost in Vegas. I can't begin to tell you.
Wake up! Where is it? Oh my God.
There we go.
Look at that.
That's right.
With James Harris.
There we go.
That's right. We are here all week live in Las Vegas performing at the world famous Laugh Factory. There you go, Sunda.
Yes,
there you are. Look
me.
at you. You wore that dress already.
I wore that dress. I should have some clothes on. Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I am so excited for this week. I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
It's going to be amazing. We're going to be spending the whole week in Vegas shooting the shows from Las Vegas. We're going to be spending time with Murray, celebrity magician, Harry Basil, the movie guy, tremendous comedian. Gallagher has a show at the Laugh Factory too. I really hope we get to spend some time with him.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Anyway, what do you like to play?
Okay, so I am a tremendous gambler. I know that a lot of people think that the house always wins, but I have created a super system and I can win. I can totally win. I like to play the slots, but I really like to play craps. And basically, here's how you win.
Right now.
Here's how you win. Fluctuations in probability. You just got to stay at the table long enough so that probability fluctuates in your favor. And that's it. That's the secret to winning. Fluctuations in probability. So, you understand what I'm saying?
Did you learn this in school, Doctor?
I dreamt this.
Okay, you had a dream.
I had a dream.
Dr. King would be so insulted.
That one day craps players and blackjack players would get together and walk hand in hand and just, stop fighting with each other.
Well, here's the whole thing.
The problem is the slots.
Why?
Because they're pretty and you can't stop looking at them, That's
why? Because you're looking at the ones with the naked girls. I'm looking at the ones with Gallagher on them. I'm smart.
Gallagher has slots in there. I know.
I want my own slot machine. Is that crazy to want? I want to be on a slot where, you just pull my arm and I shut up. Just pull my arm and
Okay, let me try.
How you doing?
Tremendous.
Right. Tremendous, right?
That is great.
And then I want one that has James on it, and then every time that you pull a slot, something sneezes on him.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the new edition of the James and Sunda Show.
The newest, and you can't get any newer when you come straight from Vegas, and that's exactly where we've come from. And
we shot most of this season in Vegas, a lot of this season in Vegas. That's why Sunda's wearing green, because it's the only thing we have left that is green.
That's the only thing that's left that's green. You've gotten shorter, by the way.
Have I really?
Yes. You know what happens when you stay on the slots for a long time? You tend to just go over and over and over and.
Yes.
And how exciting was that for us?
I still feel like we could win if we could get back
James,
there.
I told you to walk away.
She did tell me to listen to this. This is like right out of a movie. We get to Vegas. We do a show in Vegas. She's headlining at the Tropicana.
Laugh Factory.
I'm opening for her. It's okay. Whatever. It was a mistake. And and we, right? And then we go to the casino, because you're not supposed to do that right off the bat, but we went because we figured we were getting paid. We go to the casino. First shot, I put $3.
But who told you to go there?
You did. Someone said, play the slots. That's where people are winning.
And why did I say go there? Who was on it?
Oh, Gallagher was on a slot machine. Gallagher was at the Laugh Factory too, and he was on a slot machine. I put $3 in, my first push of the button, $1,500.
And what are you supposed to do? Walk away.
But it was the first day. You can't walk away the first day. I'm going to be there for 7 more days. There was no, first of all, and then we get the $1,500 and you got to wait. They made me wait.
And it was so exciting. So many people were coming around, and I was like, this is fantastic.
They were making me wait because they were going to come, and it was going to be like a big ceremony where this casino guy was going to pay me like $15, $100 bills, and I was waiting, and the thing was blinking, and the sounds were going off. But he didn't come with $15, $100 bills. He came with papers for me to fill out for my taxes. Yeah.
That's what I said. You do it.
Yeah, I said, Sunda, you should do this.
And I said, no, you should do it.
And then we gave the $1,500 back, plus the money we got paid for performing, plus more.
I told you to walk away. You have to walk away. See, here's my thing.
You can't leave the machine.
Well, that's my machine. That's my machine.
machine.
And my machine had some leprechaun on it that kept going like this to me. With coins. Right. Every time I hit the 3 dragons, it kept having these coins.
You are so much worse than me, though, with the gambling.
But when you make it, you gotta walk away.
Yeah. We almost missed our plane. That's walking away soon. We couldn't even fly away.
Okay.
Someone was sitting at Sunda's machine. I swear, she stalked this woman. She just sat there watching her wait, trying to intimidate her to get her to get up and leave this machine. She says, like, that's my machine. She's gonna leave. And she left, and you won just before we left.
I won. I like to walk away.
For the airport.
Yeah, and then of course we're at the airport when James has a conniption about what he's going to eat. We are at a Las Vegas airport where people are angry. They're sweating. They're broke.
Upset.
They're so upset. The kids are like, "Mom, I'm hungry." They're like, "You're not hungry. Eat this cardboard." They don't care. And James wants to know if there's mayonnaise in the food, okay?
It's true.
He wants to know if there's mayonnaise. I said, this is not a choice. Eat a banana. I'm sure there's no mayonnaise in the banana.
But I said I don't need to eat, first of all. But you are right. Like when you arrive in Vegas, everybody's so happy and hopeful and getting ready for the fun. And then when you're leaving, the departures, it is so depressing.
Departure, depression, okay?
Yeah, it should be.
Post-departure depression. It's
bad.
Unbelievable.
It's really bad. They're all so miserable.
And you weren't so happy yourself.
No, because we didn't break even. But I can win. I want you to know. I know. There's a way you can beat the house. You can beat the house. It's all about
walking out the house. That's what you got to do is walk away.
Fluctuations in probability.
James.
Probability will fluctuate, and you just have to be there when it does.
So do hormones. So if I tell you to walk away because I'm having a hot flash, maybe it's time to go.
This is so funny that she's making it seem like I'm the one who wouldn't walk away. You're the one who wouldn't walk away.
James, from that, you were done. Put it away. Go.
In the first minute?
Yeah. It's just like sex.
No, you can't walk away.
In the first minute?
If you win in the first minute.
Well, yes, you can.
No, you don't want.
And you feel good. You feel empowered. Hey, look what John did. Look what John did. John, our director.
John, he bet the horses.
John bet the horses. He said, "I got $15."
That's a sickness.
That's a man.
Sickness. You bet.
That's a man.
That's not a man. You bet the horses. You got a gambling problem. All right. No. Slot machines is totally different. Slot machines, blackjack, craps. That's where people who just want to have some entertainment and enjoy themselves go. Horse betting the ponies, that guy, that's what he calls it.
But they accused him of cheating, which was so funny. But what I think one of my dreams is that I want to see me on a slot machine. I want to hear, every time you get like 3 Sundas in a row, you hear, and you win. And I've said this before.
It'll be the only machine where you hope you don't get the jackpot.
Right,
just
right.
So you don't
I just want to see James's. I want to see James's glasses. That's what I want to see. I want to see James's glasses on the machine. Like 1, 2, 3, James's glasses. I've said that over and over again because I'm hoping that somebody at Bally's picks us up and says, you know what? We need the Sunda machine. We need the James machine. And at the end, just say you get 3 of Sundas and you hit big, you know what it says? Walk away.
Your machine says walk away?
My machine says walk away. Okay?
And my machine says nothing.
See, listen, I'm from Jersey originally, so that means
You're from
Atlantic
Jersey?
City has taught me a lot.
This whole time, I had no idea.
Atlantic City, a Japanese boyfriend, I know about gambling.
Oh, the Japanese, the Asians, they are very intense gamblers, very intense.
Who told you to walk away from the table?
Not an Asian.
Who was it?
It wasn't an Asian. Oh, I went to a table. There was a guy sitting all by himself. I don't know if he was Asian. I can't remember so I went to the table and the dude just went, wait a minute. He said, please, don't sit down. He had the whole table to himself because people get very superstitious. Now, we're not superstitious.
I don't trust you.
You don't trust me? What does that mean?
It means that I think you bring bad luck when I'm playing, when I'm winning. When you sit next to me and you stare.
Really?
Yeah, you go, let me touch it.
You think I'm bad luck?
I do. Because every time that you hit that and it came up to the 3 things, it said, you've won 0.
It is impossible to explain things and get through to Sunda, okay? When you play the slot machines, and this is the truest thing you're ever going to hear. This is the most important thing you can ever know from watching this show, because this show is infotaining and this is information. You have to play the max. You have to play the max.
Sometimes, though, you can skip it and you'll have extra coin to get more
Sunda, genius over here, doesn't play the max and hits the jackpot.
Once.
That's our money.
It doesn't matter.
In the machine.
You've hit the jackpot because you're watching James and Sunda. We're live from Vegas. We're not live from Vegas, but we're still alive. We're still alive from Vegas.
We're alive.
We're alive
in spite of Vegas, and we have so much Vegas to show you this season. You're gonna have such a good time. We went out of Encino and we went to Vegas and we shot a lot of stuff there. So we're going to show you lots of Vegas action over the next several weeks on the James and Sunda Show. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hit some slots.
That's what I want to see. 3 Sundas in a row.
Imagine.
Walk away. Don't walk away. Don't you dare walk away.
We'll be right back. So, when we arrived in Vegas, the first thing we had to do was we had to find Harry Basil.
Yes, we were desperately seeking Harry Basil. We were searching for Harry Basil.
Yes. And Harry is a world-class comedian. and film
From
director.
Jersey, I'm
from
just
Jersey.
saying. I just want to put that out there.
And he was a gracious and hilarious host and guest. So we're going to throw to Vegas right now, and you'll see our first experience looking for Harry Basil on the Strip.
We are on the Las Vegas Strip, ladies and gentlemen, and Sunda and I are about to find our good friend Harry Basil. He's
Can't
a
wait.
tremendous comedian. He used to work with Rodney Dangerfield. He directs films. He's an actor, a producer. He runs the Laugh Factory, Las Vegas, and he's also known as the movie guy. His act is basically he makes fun of all the different movies, all the big movies, and it's a tremendous act. And he said to meet him on the Strip and see what he's doing and see where he's at. And I think he's down that way. So let's go interview Harry Basil. We're very excited to have him on the show.
I love Harry Basil. I love the movie guy.
Yes, let's check him out. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Here's Harry.
Okay. Harry.
Harry, here you are.
How you doing, Sunda?
Doing good. What are you doing with these? Are these your friends?
I'm in the marketing business. Would you guys like to go see the Laugh Factory comedy show? 2 free tickets, 2-for-1 tickets?
We were just telling the audience how great you were.
We also have girls over here.
Girls.
This is Manuel and this is Jose over here. They're my buddies. How would you like to go to see the Laugh Factory Comedy Club? Free ticket, 2-for-1 special. Here you go.
Yes.
Is that better than the girls?
A hotel.
Is that a trick question?
Yes.
Laugh Factory.
Would you rather laugh or have sex?
Hola.
Can I do both?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to show you guys a little Vegas.
Harry, I want you to show me Vegas the way nobody else can show us Vegas. Because, Harry, when you show us something, we know it's exciting.
Because I am Mr. Vegas.
You are Mr. Vegas.
I'm the new Mr. Vegas.
That's right.
The first Mr. Vegas was Wayne Newton. Then the new Mr. Vegas after him was George Wallace. But now I am the new improved Master Vegas. Master Vegas. That's
Master
what I am.
Vegas is better.
The Godfather of
I am
Vegas.
the Godfather of Vegas. I'm the master of my domain. Wait, let's go over to this guy.
Sure.
This is the mayor of Las Vegas. Right?
Oh, God.
How are you today? Would you like tickets to the Laugh Factory Comedy Club? You need a laugh.
I can talk anything you want to talk about. You want to talk about?
I want to talk about let's just talk about how do you feel about the new Obamacare?
Well, you know, them politics people, they do what they want to do. You know, they have ways of doing things and ways of not doing things. You know what I mean? The name of things is how many votes do they get. If they get the vote to pass, they win. If they get the vote don't pass, they don't win. They can't do what they want to do. They got to do what the people let them do. So if anything somebody do and they get through it, the people want them to do it. You know?
Well said.
I think you're right,
Yeah,
and I think
very well said.
I think you should definitely come to the Laugh Factory and check out Sunda. Do you know her?
I don't know, but I'm well known all over the world. I'm well known State Street, Chicago, Grand River, Detroit, St. Clair, Cleveland, Queens, New York City, Comfort, California, East Oakland, East St. Louis, Peachtree, Land, Jordan, Washington, DC Project, South Dallas, South Florida, and I work all over Chicago, Marshallfield, Soldier Field, Rigger Field, Cove Park, Hawthorne Park, and I'm from New Orleans. I cooked all over French Quarter, Pat O'Brien, Ross and Nelson, Monleon, Code Two Sister, Brendan's, and everything. And I was the biggest black campaign man in Chicago for Mayor Daley in his son. I campaigned all down Lakeshore Drive, all down Batmont Street, all down Allison, all down Fullerton, all over Chicago.
So you've been all over, and now you've been on our show. So thank you so much.
Where haven't you been?
Have you been to Patterson, New Jersey?
Well, I've been everywhere. I've been in New York, New Jersey, but I've been in Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Broadway. I've been in State Street, New York. I've been in Jackson, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, St. Clair, and Cleveland. Everywhere I've been.
Are you checking that in or carrying it on?
No, I'm just carrying it on.
Carrying it on? All right.
Well, God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you.
We're going to take a break.
Fantastic.
That was tremendous.
We love you, Harry Basil.
Well, when we come back, we're going to have more from Vegas and more with Harry Basil.
That's right.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're now going to go back to Vegas.
Yes, I found out so much information. The best thing I found out is what?
Is that Harry Basil directed one of your favorite movies
Meet
of all
Wally
time.
Sparks. If
Meet
you ever
Wally
want to
Sparks.
laugh, watch this movie. It's
Yes.
the best.
Rodney was tremendous, wasn't he? And Harry got to work with him for many years. So we're going to go back to Vegas with Harry Basil.
Joining us now on the program, we have Harry Basil, the movie guy, comedian, director, producer. Welcome, Harry.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here, guys. Finally.
Finally, we're all together.
You've been trying to get me on for 2 years.
Yes, but you're always busy running around talking about the movies. Mm-hmm. What are you doing now?
Well, I'm here in Las Vegas at the Laugh Factory at the Tropicana Hotel, where our headliner this week is Sunda Kronquist.
Wow.
And also performing as James Harris from the Sunda and James show. And I'm just here kind of producing the show this week, hanging with you guys.
Well, it's been quite an experience thus far, I must say, considering we did some street stuff. And
yeah, we went out on the street today. You guys have performed 2 nights already. You've had some great shows, and looking forward to having a great weekend with you guys here.
Now tell us, Harry, how did it happen? How did you become the movie guy?
Well, I guess let's start all the way back in the 80s.
I gotta know.
In the 80s, when I came out to California to be an actor, and one night I went to the Comedy Store, and I had never been in a comedy club before, and I saw guys like Jim Carrey and Andrew Dice Clay doing an act where they used music and did impressions and things like that. So I said, wow, geez, I can do this kind of stuff. So I put an act together, and I decided to come up with a hook. So I think the very first bit I ever did was Raiders of the Lost Ark, because that was like in theaters. Right. So I had a jacket with spiders sewn on the back, and I had the Indiana Jones music, and I had a boulder chasing after me live on stage, and snakes and stuff like that. And it went over well. It went over well, and I got hired and became a paid regular. So then I started coming up with more bits, and I had never been into music when I was a kid. And I went to Tower Records. It was like the first time in a record store, and I saw that they had this soundtrack section, and I just walked into the soundtrack section, and then I saw all of these record albums. They were LPs back then, and I just started writing my act. I said, I could do Jaws, I could do Superman, I could do Rocky, and I put it together, and the next week I did a set at the Comedy Store, and I followed Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, and Rodney. Wow. And I got a standing ovation. I was like, this young, cute little kid. And Mitzi said, I was her runner. I was her runner then. She said, you're not a runner, you're a headliner. And every week since then, I was like in the main room, and then it came to Vegas. So that's kind of how I put my act together.
I have to know, because sometimes people often ask, did you think you were going to be a comedian when you were younger? Were you a class clown?
I was a class clown. I was a class clown. When I grew up, I loved Abbott and Costello and Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin and Mel Brooks. I think that's why I do the spoofing stuff, is because I was a big Mel Brooks. So, I was in all the plays in high school and variety show, but always, I actually got out of a lot of fights because I made people laugh. And,
I know.
So you always did the movie thing from the first time you were
I
on
started
stage.
making movies when I was a little kid. I won a film award. I made a movie called Count Meshuggah. All my friends. It's actually
you could star in that.
It's still in theaters.
You could see it on YouTube. Go on YouTube and look up Count Meshuggah. I was 17 when I made that movie. It was like in Bergenfield, New Jersey. Shot it in black and white. Alan Regan played Count Meshuggah. All my friends were Jewish, and again, I loved Mel Brooks and Woody Allen, and so we did. That was like one of my movies I made when I was a kid, and I started making Super 8 films when I was like 12 years old. So my dad left my mom with 5 kids. Just left, but he left.
I can understand.
But the best thing about it was he left his Super 8 camera in the closet.
Oh, well, okay.
And I started making That's
movies.
Good. Yeah.
So you got something out of it.
Yeah, I did.
Now, you were saying the other day you could only do as much of your act as could fit in the bag. Is that right?
I got lazy over the years when they had luggage restrictions, because I have a lot of props, right?
Right.
And now, the luggage is 50 pounds. So if I can't squeeze it into 50 pounds, I won't do it. And I think that's held me back from becoming Carrot Top or Gallagher, because I was like, I didn't want to pay the extra weight, for the luggage.
We had that problem coming here to Vegas. Sunda had to actually undo her bag trying
Those
to get
were her shoes. Those were all.
Those were your shoes. You're right.
50 pounds worth of shoes.
Yes, it really was.
I was pulling things. You are holding it like a rapper. I like that.
Am I holding this like a rapper?
Well, if this was a gun, right? You know how a cop would shoot like this, and then you'd be like this. So if you were holding a microphone like this, that would be real gangster style. Like if you're shooting. Pop a cap in your ass, right? You're gangster. You got the moves. And then if you were like this, it's Polish.
We're going to go back again to Vegas, backstage in the green room of the world's famous Laugh Factory at the Tropicana. More with Harry Basil.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. You bring those people on stage every show pretty much, right? Any trouble? Ever any trouble?
I've had a lot of, my whole act is audience participation.
Sometimes you get them wet.
Spoofing movies and stuff like that. So I'd bring a girl on stage, and I used her for about 7 minutes, like Lois Lane, and goes into a whole bunch of other movies. I've had women's boobs fall out of their halters.
That's great.
I've had women with no underwear on that, like guys on the other side of the stage would go, yeah, like this. And we're wondering what. Oh, she's like, she's laying across the stool, but. Sometimes you have people that won't cooperate. They're in the front row, and you think they're going to be good sports, and they get up there and they just won't do anything. And I'm like, come on, lady, this is my act. I don't care. And I'm going, come on, I'm yelling at them, cursing at them. But I would say, like, let's say I did the act 1,000 times, which I've done it way more than that. Then maybe 5 times out of 1,000 you have a problem.
Yeah. What about with the guy? Sometimes you get really close to the guy's face with your area.
I had a guy. You know what? I had a guy. One time I had a toupee come off. I touched the guy's
Oh my God!
That was me.
Hand, and I had to put it back on. And my very, very first road gig, I used to do a bit. I used to close with flash dance, and I had a welder's hat. And I used to do a throwaway joke where I'd say, "Hey, does anybody have any crazy glue?" Remember how the guy would glue himself to the beam?
Yeah.
So I only had like 20 minutes worth of material. I was only a comic for like 5 months, and somebody in the audience goes, "I have some," and they threw it on stage. So I figured, all right, I got to stretch anyway any more time. So I said, "Oh, let's see what happens when we apply some crazy glue to the top of this bald man's head."
No.
Well,
Wow.
it had the pin in it, but it dripped onto his head, and he went, "What the?" And his finger was glued to his head. So he's screaming at me, "My effing finger is glued to my head." And I'm thinking I'm going to get sued, but I had nothing, you know what I mean? And so I go,
You had crazy glue.
I go,
That's
"Does
right.
anybody have any nail polish remover?" And so he goes, "Wait a minute." And he ripped it off, and there was like flesh from his finger stuck to his head. So after the show, I went and I bought him a drink, and turned out he was Greek and I'm Greek.
Oh, there you go.
So I let him have anal. We had anal sex, and then
And then it was fine. Smooth things over.
Are we allowed to say that? No.
Yes,
no, but
you are.
That is a true story. I actually had another incident with bondage. I was well, not bondage, but with like adhesive. I was opening for Julio Iglesias in Reno, right? And I was really excited. I was going to do this big tour with Julio Iglesias, and my mom was a huge fan. And we were going to Atlantic City after Reno, and my mom was going to come with all of her girlfriends. Opening night. Well, during rehearsal, again, flash dance, I used to dump water on my head, right? This is back in the 80s. And they were concerned about the water on the stage. So I said, "Oh, why don't you put some carpet down? It'll soak up the water." And during rehearsal, the carpet kept sliding. So somebody decided to put double stick tape down on the floor. So my act is over. I do the whole flash dance thing. They pick up my props. They rip up the carpet, but the double stick tape stays on the floor. Julio comes out singing, "To all the girls I love," and he gets stuck to the floor. His foot is literally stuck on the floor.
Wow.
And he stops singing. He looks in the wings, and he goes, "My foot is stuck to the floor." Right? So he rips it up. He continues singing. It happens like 4 more times. He literally steps out of his shoe one time. It stays there on the stage. So between that, here, take this. I just did that because of the singer thing. Between that and I used to do a bit Aliens, where you remember in the movie Aliens how the alien would pop out of the chest. Well, I had a Mexican puppet, so it was illegal aliens, and it was like I like to be in aliens coming to a theater. So between the aliens joke and him getting stuck to the floor, I was fired. And yeah, like and I had to stick around all day the next day too, because I didn't have a flight until the next day, and they brought in Jimmy Alec to replace me, but they had to pay me for the week, and I got a funny story out of it. And when I opened for Liza Minnelli a couple of years later, she was like, "What happened with you and Julio Iglesias?" But actually Liza slipped on an egg once when I was doing Rocky.
Oh no.
And she's like, "What good is and she slipped on an egg. So
Is that when she had her hip replacement?
What? No.
You are killing celebrities, Harry.
Well,
He's killing.
A couple of
He's
problems.
killing him. Who's killing?
With some opening, when you open for people, you never know what's going to happen,
Wow.
But Rodney was the best to open for.
How did that happen? You had like a special close relationship with Rodney.
Yeah,
right?
what happened was he was looking for comedians for his ninth annual Young Comedian Special, which they used to get celebrities to host them, and this one was going to be at Dangerfields in New York. So Rodney was looking for comics. And he came to the Comedy Store, and I had a killer set, and they asked me to be in the HBO special. But I couldn't do all my music, you know, because the songs cost like $50,000 a song, you know?
Wow.
So they let me do risky business. So we re-recorded it, you know, rather than Bob Seger's. So I think we had to pay like 10, 15 grand for it. So I only got to do one bit, and I did a couple of other bits in there. And Rodney was very nice. He liked me, you know. As a matter of fact, he even said, hey, I'm doing this movie Back to School, you know, maybe you'd be good for my son. And I got an audition for it, but I didn't get the part. And that was it. You know, I was in the special. I got a lot of play out of it. And like 2 years later, after Rodney did 2 more specials, he did one with Sam Kinison and Robert Schimmel and Andrew Dice Clay. He decided he wanted to do a show called Rodney Dangerfield and Friends down in Long Beach. And he asked me to be in it, and Schimmel and Saget. And he never saw my whole act before. So I killed. I got a huge standing ovation. And he was like, man, how'd you like to open for me, right? Which was wild, because you wouldn't think you'd want somebody like that. But he liked to have guys that use music and props, not somebody up there talking for a half an hour, you know, to take away from him. So we started working together on the road. And some weeks he'd call me, some weeks he didn't have me. He used Bob Nelson. And one time we were working together, and he goes, man, you do movies, you know. Have you ever written a movie before? And I had just read a book called How to Write a Screenplay in 21 Days that Steve Odekirk gave me. And I said, yeah, I'm reading a book on screenwriting right now. So he said, look at these 2 treatments and tell me which one you like better. And one was called Serenade Cafe, where he becomes an opera singer to win love of a woman. And another one was where he invented a perfume that made him irresistible to women. And I said, I like the opera one better. And he goes, so do I. Do you believe that Warner Brothers is hiring a team of writers to write the other one? And he goes, how'd you like to write a treatment with me? So we wrote a treatment. He paid me a lot of money and said, I'm not going to give you any credit. You know, he goes, this is all my idea. And after we did it, I added a lot into it. And he said, how about writing the whole script? So he even gave me more money, and I bought my first house with that money.
Wow.
And at the end of the script, he said, you know what, you put so much into this, I'm going to give you screenwriting credit. And I remember saying to him, you know, if you ever make this movie, I'd love to work on it with you, you know, just to see how a movie's made. He says, don't worry about it. And cut to 10 years later, I directed that movie. That was my first movie that I directed, The Fourth Tenor, and he financed it, so it was pretty cool. But we had done like 5 other movies in between there, you know. We started writing together a lot. Oh my God, who's that?
Who is that?
Let's see if it's somebody famous.
That was our time, our first day in Vegas with Harry Basil.
That was our time, our first day in Vegas with Harry Basil, who shared a lot of intimate stories, and we have a lot of similarities. People don't want to work with me sometimes after working with me.
Really? I have no idea how anyone can feel that way.
Please, look what happened to Harry. First, he breaks the neck for his act. Liza Minnelli falls. Julio Iglesias can't move because he's got like glue on the floor. I mean, this can only happen to
Harry has a very unique act.
Very unique.
It's very
high
good.
energy. I don't know how he does it. Jersey strong.
He does it. It can be messy. He's got to clean up. You always yell at him after he gets on stage. Harry, get back up here and clean this mess up.
Clean up your mess.
Clean up your mess, yeah. All right, well, we got to take a break. We will be right back. So, it's a new year. It's a new season.
That's what they tell me.
That's what they tell us. And our research department, you okay? What happened?
Why? You think I'm going to get hurt and
you in pain
the
now?
attention's away from you? Ugh.
No, but if you're hurt or if you're sick, the people want to know. I mean, that's why a lot of people watch our show, to see if we're going to live or not.
No, because they want to recommend a lawyer. But go ahead.
Okay, well, you know, it's a new year, it's a new season, and our research department has brought something to our attention. Did you know, Sunda, that there is actually Jewish astrology?
Did you know?
Did you know?
I do know.
Did you know? And it's sort of like a combination of the Chinese and the just general astrology. There's a year of, and then each month has its own astrological sign.
So you're the year of anxiety.
No, so well, this year happens to be the year of the original nose. And it's the year of the original nose. And so congratulations, for those of you born this year, that will be your year indefinitely. And then each month has its own sign. And so today we're going to tell you guys what your signs are and read your horoscopes.
I'm excited.
Are you excited? Yeah? All right. So if
About your nose.
About my nose. Well, I should, right? I should do something about it. We have this discussion all the time. Sunda tells me not to get a nose job, but then all she does is make fun of my nose.
I don't make fun of it. I think it's original.
So that's a mixed message.
I'm a mixed
This
chick.
is original. This is original.
It's original.
Yeah,
It's not been touched.
You can't buy this.
You can. It's attached to glasses and a mustache.
Yes, the nose came with the glasses. That's just mean. That's just very
Yeah,
mean.
but then later on he'll say, I wrote that, you stole that.
I did write that.
Okay.
I did write that, yes. So
Okay.
yeah, you can't buy this, and if you do buy this, you should return it. Yeah, so anyway, Sunda, I don't know where to
Really?
go from here. Really? Yes.
Okay.
Okay. This is the Jewish astrological signs. Are you ready? Are you ready, Sunda?
Take off the costume. There you go.
It's not coming off.
Okay. Neither does this color, so it's good.
Really? That
We
doesn't
got
come
something in
off?
common.
You mean that's your color?
That's my color.
Oh my God, I can't imagine. All
No,
right.
you can't. You have no color.
I have no color. No, you are all color, and I am like Dracula.
Okay, let's go back to these signs. I'm excited. I want to know about these signs.
Oh, you want to know about these? All right. So well, I'll read some, and you'll read some. So if you were born in the month of Nisan, your Jewish astrological sign is the Kvetch. You are the Kvetch, and here's your horoscope. Today your back is feeling better, but it's not. It actually got worse.
Okay, let me try one here. Okay, Iyar Yenta. Today you will run out of cell phone minutes, so only tell half of your building's business. Terrible.
So, yeah. Iyar.
Iyar.
This is the month,
Right.
and this is the sign.
Okay, so the month is Iyar,
Right.
and the sign, okay, this
Yeah.
is the month of Iyar. Okay, you know
No.
who you are.
You know who you are, right? So.
And your sign is the sign of the Yenta. Today you will run out of, this is your horoscope.
So you're gonna do the joke twice. It's funnier the second time.
I don't want
Go
to do
ahead.
this. You do this.
I'll do the
Because
next
my
one.
Hebrew is really bad.
I'll say the month. You can just say the sign.
I could be like
Okay.
ER.
So if you were born in the month of Shvat, your sign is the Shyster. And here's your horoscope for today. Today it will be harder than usual to receive a refund. So pick your used returned item wisely.
Let's try that again without stumbling.
Without stumbling? Okay. If you're born in the month of Shavat, I don't know, my Hebrew's terrible too. Thank God we're not on a Jewish network.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
Oh my God. Your sign is the Shyster, and here's your horoscope. Today it will be harder than usual to receive a refund, so pick your used return item wisely. The next sign is the Tammuz. The next month.
I don't want to do that one. I want to do this one.
Do which one you like.
I want to do which
Okay.
one I want.
Do the ones that you can read.
This is if you, the year is Elul.
No, it's not. The
I'm sorry.
month
The
is
month.
Elul.
The month is
The
Elul.
month is Elul.
The month is Elul.
You know, John said you were going to screw this up, and I was going to be very depressed about it.
Really? That's because you're both flying. Okay, so your month is Elul, and your sign is, you were born under the sign of the Shmuck.
The Schmuck, yes.
Okay? So your horoscope for the day from Sunda, from JLTV, is don't call the doctor for your test results today. In fact, don't ever call him.
Okay, if you were born in the month of Tammuz, your astrological sign is the Shabbos Goy. And your horoscope for today is still wait one more week before you cash that check.
They're afraid of
Hello
losing
there.
their job. They can't laugh at that.
They can't laugh at that. Okay, that's fine. Try another one. I could say the month for you if you have a problem. Tishri is an easy one. Tishri.
Adar.
Adar. Say Adar.
Okay, if you're born in the year of Adar.
No, not the year, the month.
Right. If
Yeah.
you're born.
I feel like this has become like who's
A
on
comedy,
first.
right?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
become
if
a
you're
comedy
born
show.
in the
Finally.
month of Adar, your sign is the sign of the Shiksa, James's favorite. Today you will cause several Jewish mothers to have heart attacks, and several Jewish fathers will be grateful. That's so sad.
That is sad. And shiksa is a word we're not really supposed to be using.
My mother-in-law said never use it.
Never use it. Why not?
I don't know, but they used it with me.
They used it with
They
you.
used worse.
They used worse.
But I told you couldn't
seem,
use
that
that
was
word.
a sadistic laugh. I think you liked what you did to them.
To what, my in-laws?
Yeah.
It's a tan.
It's a tan.
It's a tan,
the
okay.
Jersey
He always
Shore.
likes me to use proper English and not to have
Okay.
any regional accent, so you may continue.
I may
Dr.
continue.
Harris, please proceed.
Okay. If you were born in the month of Tishri, if you're born in the month of Tishri,
You've got a big tish.
you got a big tish. Your tish is enormous. Your Jewish astrological sign is the Moil. And your horoscope for today is today, take another 10% off. Hello there.
Again, take another 10%
Take
off.
another 10% off.
This reminds me of me, Jerry Lewis, and what's his name? Shecky Green.
Shecky Green.
Doing a tribute to Henny Youngman, and no one was laughing. Kidding, Mr. Lewis. They were laughing at you, but they didn't laugh at me.
Oh, they laughed.
All right,
I
so
saw that.
if you were
did
born-
the best Henny Youngman I ever saw.
Yeah, it got me sued many years later.
Many years later.
If you were born in the month of Ab, you should do a sit-up.
Get those abs together. People born in the month of Ab. Your
Okay.
Jewish astrological sign is the hernia-prone person. No.
Go ahead.
You do it.
I can't
So
sing.
you know that word. That's your word.
Meshugana.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
your sign. Is
You're
Meshugana.
born under the sign of Meshugana. Today you're Napoleon. Enjoy it. You deserve it. That's your horoscope.
That's your horoscope. All right, are we out of time? We are out of time.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Baruch Hashem.
Everybody at home was praying that we would
He's
run out of
scratching.
time. He's scratching. He has no idea what these months are, what these Yiddish words are.
Do you know what we're talking about? Not at all. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
What
The
month
month
were
of
you born
Ab.
in?
What month were you born?
in? July.
Are you
No,
a
no.
Leo? Oh God, he's so obsessed
Did
with
you know
hair.
when there's a Jewish leap year, there's an actual extra month, not day?
James, let's just move on.
I'm just saying.
It costs more money in dues.
In dues. Okay,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break. All right? Hopefully we'll still be here when you get back.
And hopefully you'll still be here when we get back.
All right, we'll be back. Well, that was a tremendous opening to the season, Sunda.
Yes, because it was a tremendous time to talk about.
It was. Harry Basil was a great host.
Oh, he was just
He
great
was our
all
host
over,
in
and
Vegas.
such a wealth of information. He's a walking encyclopedia.
And I gotta tell you, I've met people like that guy who has been all over the world. To
Oh my,
Jersey.
that brother was talking.
Yeah.
You hear me? He's like, I've been everywhere. I've been New York, LA, New
Yeah.
Jersey.
'Cause you know-
New York, New Jersey.
You could say anything if you just add at the end, in a sense. You know, like you could be like, yo, I've been all over the world, in a sense, right?
Maybe he's used to saying innocence in court.
I speak 47 languages, in a sense. You know?
Well-
if you just add in a sense, you could say anything.
Let me just say this, that he was the greatest improv person I've ever met. That I was actually intrigued by his ability to continue to go on and on and on and on, because it was just like a battle of the talkaholics, okay? Because, you know, he was talking my ear off, but what did he go for?
The whole body.
That's it.
Hello there.
That's it. One of the great
Hello
jokes
there, the great
that James
jokes.
Harris has written for me that I've
wrote
used in
that
Vegas.
joke.
He wrote
Yes.
that joke for
She
me.
goes for the whole body.
For hundreds of
So
dollars
you get
for
it
that.
instead of the ear, the whole body.
That was his line. He says, some people talk your ear off.
Sunda goes
I go for the whole body. This guy went
She's
for
a
the whole
killer.
nation. He talked about this one and this one and this one. He even said the O word, because I'm afraid to say anything with
He
the O word
talked
in it.
about everything in a sense.
In a sense. No,
In
but
a sense.
Also, what
I'm saying-
I felt about him is that he was someone who no one has really listened to what he's had to say in the past, because he had a lot of relevance. He really did.
Yeah, so that's why he does it, so because no one's listened to him, so that's why he's talking.
But
up
he
a
was
storm.
saying it with such intensity.
So
I mean, if
what's
you
your
look-
reason?
My reason is because I like the sound of my own voice.
You do.
I do.
It's a beautiful voice.
Thank
And
you.
you look great.
Thank you, so do you. You're
Yeah.
shrinking.
What is this? You said that earlier. Because you got the things, the heels, you feel tall. You think that's something?
I think it's a lot.
What do you mean?
He's trying to say I'm wearing heels, okay? And I don't
Take
want
them off. Let's see
I
how
don't want
tall
the
you
camera
look.
to adjust anything, but it's a lie. It really is a lie. I'm really tall. But I just want to show
Now
you
we're
something.
talking. This is
is
the
a Vegas
James
shoe.
Sunda shoe.
This is a piece of art.
Yeah.
Hold this shoe up, please.
This shoe belongs in a museum. Look at this.
It does.
Look at this. It's a piece of art, and look at how she loves
Love
this
you.
shoe.
I love you.
And this makes her taller.
Love you.
And
look, it's not just look. You know how they're talking about the red
Sparkles
bottoms?
all
This is on the bottom. And you know where this shoe is from?
where is it from?
The Jersey Shore. That's right. You can't even get this shoe in Beverly Hills. Now back to
Really?
me.
So that's sand.
It looks like gold
Is
sand.
that what that is? It's just sand.
I was thinking
It's
that it
sand.
was sand. Isn't that funny?
It's gold sand.
And I'll tell you something. I saw shoes in Vegas that I've never seen before. They had telephones on them. They had earbuds. It was so crazy, the designs and everything. But the people that we met, the people on the street, that's what I want to talk about. I've never seen people so ready to engage in a conversation. I've never seen you
'Cause they're
so
drunk.
not afraid of catching a disease. Okay?
Well, because I figured, the camera's on, and I have a new policy. I've matured since I've been in show business a while. So when the camera's on, I don't want to look too crazy. I don't want to look too crazy. I don't mind looking a little crazy or mild to moderate crazy, but I don't want to look too crazy. So I shook hands. I put things
we gave
on.
away a lot of anti,
Hand sanitizer,
what's it called?
antibacterial.
Right, antibacterial sand.
stuff.
Right, that said James and Sunda on it. And
Yeah.
then I know I keep bringing this up.
Bring it up
to
again.
You.
It's not like anyone's
I
paying
was
attention.
just so thrilled that this Filipino guy says, I watch your show.
We're huge in the Philippines. You know, we have millions of Filipino fans, and I wasn't surprised at all.
Oh, I just tell you, I had so many things that were going on. I mean, from the time we got there till the time, and I know that I'm rambling, but it's so exciting to be with Harry Basil and to hear such stories that involved pieces of history, of comedy history.
Yeah, but I have a question though. Am I gonna have to pay taxes on that money, even though I gave it back?
Okay, let's talk about Harry Basil because I just want to go on.
This
to
is
it.
what bothers me.
Right,
I
this
need to
bothers
know.
him about the
I need to
taxes.
know.
I'm smarter than you. I said the
You're gonna
card
make it
is in
happen?
his name. Here's what I'm saying.
She did. She walked away while they made me fill out these papers. It was really wrong.
Well, I don't want the.
Wrong.
First of all, I'm headlining. My picture is up there. They have me
She's
like.
headlining and she's up at those
And
machines.
I'm on a slot machine.
And she's
okay?
sitting there pulling the thing, pressing the thing, and people are like, you were funny. And she's like, uh-huh. And she, you were funny. Please, dude, don't touch me. It was bad luck. And she's pushing the thing and like, you were funny.
I said that lady was
you
bad
all
luck.
night,
I
all
said
night.
this woman was bad luck and she wanted to help clean because there was coffee or something.
Oh, that was a dirty move.
And she
That was
touched
a
the button
dirty
and she
move.
hit the jackpot with only $1 in it.
The people who work at the casinos, right? They work there for a reason. They basically get paid and they lose their money, right? I think. I don't know if that's for all of them, but this one woman kept coming as soon as
Wouldn't leave me
machine,
alone.
pretending to clean it, and then she would hit the button and go, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was a mistake."
Then she goes, you see,
she was gambling
you
for
hit the jackpot,
but she
says
didn't
to
play
me.
the max.
And I should have called the authorities. But I just didn't want to bring any attention to myself because here I'm representing the Laugh Factory. All kinds of crazy things are happening. I've been like, James, look, they have a video of me. And then I realize I'm wearing the same outfit.
She
on
is
the stage.
on the TV advertising the show. She's wearing shoes like this. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. She's sitting in front of a machine that says Gallagher at the Laugh Factory, and she doesn't want to bring attention to herself.
What I'm saying is that I like
Well
to promote.
thought out.
I like branding, okay? That's what I'm saying. I like branding. LaughFactory.com and Sunda go together. That's right. And so James over there, whoa! You had to see how excited
When
you
was
were.
this? I never
when you
get
hit
excited.
The 1500.
No, well, I don't think I went whoa.
Well, yes, you did.
I've never done whoa in my
He
life.
did whoa.
Whoa?
Yeah.
Never.
Whoa.
Never.
Whoa.
I never did whoa.
And nobody was around
I might have been like, damn, oh my God, Sunda, look. Maybe it was look.
No, you had life.
I've never,
You had color.
No,
He had
I've
color
never
in his
had
face.
color. I've never had
He
life.
had color, and then I had
No.
color in my face when he said about putting on my taxes. I was like, no, brother man, let's
No.
walk away.
I never whoa though. I want
You did.
No, this is important.
This is how
I
he
have
claps.
Never,
This is how he claps when you're playing. You ready? And this aggravates me to no end. That's how he claps.
That's like slow motion. What are you
No
talking?
rhythm, none. All right? Not a drop of black blood in this man, okay?
Oh, that's so true. I am so black, man. My whole family's black, in a sense.
Okay, now
You know what I'm
listen.
saying? Like, my whole family's
Even
black.
when he watches a football team,
Well, when I'm watching football, because, there I'm like, then you gotta clap, because then you can help them. You can help.
listen, let's help this
You
audience
gotta
get
go.
through.
All right, listen, we'll be back next week with more from Vegas, right?
Yes, more from Vegas,
More
a
of
lot more from
Sunda's
Vegas.
beautiful voice.
It's so beautiful.
A new
It's
pair
like
of
a
shoes.
lullaby.
It's like a lullaby.
A Jersey lullaby.
Sing them to sleep.
Lullaby and good
Oh
night.
my God! Hello there.
Talk to you
That's great. Good night.